was going to happen. So I got that going for us. Let me start our Divinity timer and bear with me as we do some roster bastion here. Everybody's got too much stuff going on. I'm trying to disable it. It's not letting me. So that's not going to be great. Wish I would have waited a minute to start. Hey, what's happening, Couch? Couch, is there a fast way to turn these things off? Or to have to go into each card individually now that the snow melted? Good to see you, buddy. Like Jimmy Graham has 6 snow and all this stuff. I guess I have to go into to his card and take that off individually. Man, that sucks. Because like you can toggle it on sometimes just by hitting the little X Factor thing over here on the left. Doesn't seem like I have the option to do so. So player options and upgrade. Yeah, sorry guys, I would have waited to start stream had I known. This is a 6 AP thing. The unstoppable. Refundability, I guess. Hey, what's happening, Adam and Connor? How are you guys? Yeah, didn't mean to make you guys spend your whole day here. Wait on this still. Yeah, the snow's melted. I thought we still had some time later today till the snow was gonna melt. So I can't play. Let's see. Harley, how are you doing, Harley? I don't even know what abilities I want to keep and take off either. I just want a lineup I can play with and go take some losses here. So let's see. Like, yeah, Andre Johnson probably doesn't need anything. My defense has 41 AP. So you're flying out this weekend, Couch, to hang out with Skyballer, or is it next weekend? I saw the graphic, but I didn't memorize it too well. My impression was it was this weekend. Pre, welcome in. How are you, Pre? Bear with me, guys. We'll be playing soon. Next weekend. Okay. Probably want to keep Walker activated there. Don't need Oluwatimi helping us from the bench. Confident Steeler fan. How are you doing, Confident? What do you guys think about Mike McDaniels getting the heave ho today? I was a little surprised. I thought he was going to survive through till next season. Hey, Harley, thanks very much for the roses. How's your day going, Harley? No, I'm missing an X Factor somewhere. Maybe DK has a good X Factor or something that we can pop on without AP. Yeah, well, I'll just throw double me on him just in case I need him to beast here. Okay, offense is almost done, guys. Then we'll get back to the defense and then back to gameplay. What do you mean I've exceeded it? I only have 2 of them showing. Probably have to exit the menu deal. Yeah, I don't know if the store's updated, but the snow has melted on the 0 AP stuff. Marcus, how are you, Marcus? Harley, glad to hear that your day's going well. I got Cam Newton and Ernest Jones with 10 AP and 12 AP respectively. They didn't let me sneak out there with that. That would have been nice for me to have the advantage over the opponent. Wouldn't mind leaving Lurker on him. Fearmonger, though, we don't need for 6 ability. Nick Bolton doesn't need anything. He never hits the field for me. So I saw Russell Wilson wants to play next year. He's fired his agent. Do you guys think anybody gives Russell Wilson a contract for next season? Probably leave on Lurk Artist. Frozen Menace is no longer free, I guess. Tip drill would be nice, but I don't get that many tips to Cam. See what else I have that's got us over. Like I said, Bolton. I never use Bolton in my matchups here. He might get in on some packages, but tend to just have those sub linebackers in there. Dino Freak just shared the stream on TikTok. Hope you guys will as well. I thought I'd jump right into gameplay. I should have checked my lineup before firing this thing up. Medbuki here. It's got an AP balance of 5, so that's got to go. My buddy F Your Couch is hanging out with us in the purple stream. He's got the same name over on TikTok. Let me shout him out if you guys don't have him. So it's F Yo Couch X. Great streamer. If I looked at his TikTok right, he was top 44 on rank the other day. A little better than Danielle Freak. Apparently. We've yet to play head to head. What's happening, Mike? How are you doing? The bonus days, even in the new season? No, the AP zeros are gone. Powdery. Cody, thanks for following. Yeah, some coaching changes on the staff. Do you think it'll yield dividends for you guys? Or are you not too keen on what they're doing? Play me, says Dalton. Dalton, you have to subscribe and hit the thumbs up. All right, my AP thing isn't perfect, but let's just go play a game. The lights flashed right there, guy. Come on, Cody. Don't act like we rip off your flashing lights still. Hoping we get the Rams passing game coordinator. Seahawks did that one time, and then was the beloved Shane Waldron experience. So, you know, hopefully it works out better for your Bucks than Shane Waldron did as a Seahawk coach. You're subbed already. I don't know, Dalton. Are you really? What's happening, tight spot? So yeah, I heard you have to super fan me if you want to play me. But this guy's he's in the red chat, tight spot. All right, add Danielle Freak loves bacon grease 69 to add me. Skyballer's here. Hey, Skyballer, I looked away for a second. Had a message in Discord. Thank you for the 5 bits. Skyballer, how's your day been? Wavy, good to have you in the stream. How are you, Wavy? Thanks for the likes. I already told you the user. Dalton, you're going to have to clean out your ears, bud. I'll tell you what, Dalton, just be ready to stream site next game. Would have been preferred that Bulls was gone too, but baby steps. Yeah, I know you weren't too keen on Bulls. Seems like a lot of Tampa fans were hoping Bulls was going to get pushed out for Harbaugh because, you know, they said Harbaugh got a call from a team that didn't have a vacancy, but now they think that is the Miami Dolphins because the Dolphins, of course, moved on from McDaniel. Go Hawks. Exactly, buddy. Yeah, if you're a Seahawks fan, we need you to follow. Dalton, I'm going to ask Tight Spot to go and regulate on you, or MPG to regulate on you in the red chat if you don't calm down, Dalton. Felt like the same type of coach we were getting in Bowls. You really wanted Kubiak. Kubiak's apparently interviewing quite a bit this week, too. I hope he's locked in for our divisional round game, whoever we play against. Nah, it took too long to make a decision there. So out of those of you that play Ultimate Team, out of the playoff stuff, what are you guys excited for? Of course, we get a Seahawk LTD, so that's going to cost arm and a leg. Yeah, we'll dump it off for a few yards. Too deep for the field goal, so we'll keep the offense out. Yeah, don't let the pit bull off the leash. Molo Prods, what's happening, Molo? Thanks for following. Tell us about yourself. Who's your favorite football team? Wow, his interests are still flying off the edge. Zadarius Smith got me. Guy's hyped for that Bo Nix. Bo Nix is going to go right into the lineup, right, Sky? This guy's got so many coins. Coins aren't a factor for Sky. Molo's a Eagles fan. How are you feeling about this week's matchup against the 49ers? What playbook is that? Playbook I'm running is Tampa Bay playbook on offense. Now we just switch over defense, so I got the Vikings over here. Yesterday I bought one medium stocking. I had just enough snow for a medium. And I got the out of position Derrick Henry card. So that was a nice little coin card there. Hey, what's up, dial-up internet? How's the new year treating you, sir? Actually on the PlayStation Portal right now. Work truck waiting to get them. Are those dropping today, or are they going to be a ways out? Dial-up, thanks for the heart me, buddy. Dial-up is on the TikTok team with the heart me. So if you were John Harbaugh and you had your choice of any job, which job would you take? Of course, you're not going to go back to Baltimore. So out of the other openings, are you interested in Miami or maybe the New York Giants? I'm guessing he may not want to be too close to his brother, so they don't have to play each other so often. Oh, I don't think he wants to go to the Cardinals. Cardinals are a dumpster fire organization, 11 Gaming, in my opinion. I mean, what's exciting about the Cardinals? You got Kyler's situation. He's probably getting traded, so you don't have a quarterback. You got Harrison Jr. and McBride are decent on the offense, but everything else is kind of bad there. Okay, so it's today that everything's coming out. I think the Falcons are the most enticing job that isn't Baltimore, says Mike Plays Games. Yeah, they could be decent. Skyballer says, you think he might end up in Miami? I saw somebody making the argument that, you know, he's already in his 60s, so going to a place that has a lot of sunshine and just coach until he retires could be appealing for Harbaugh. High draft pick, elite wide receivers. Hey, don't be sorry about being late. I've only been on for a few minutes. A lot of it was just messing around in the roster, getting set up with the AP snow melt. Do I think Clint even wants to leave? Like the job openings are kind of mid. Yes, I think he wants to be a head coach. Sure. Only guy I remember kind of taking a year to pick his spot was Ben Johnson, but Kubiak could go the other way if the offense struggles next year, and then he may not be a hot ticket. Hey, I am late. Yeah, being late's never good. Not even on your period, is what I've heard. Who knows what type of period that means, though. What's happening there, Big Baby Henny? Let's see. Harbaugh's going to get it back. Yep, for sure he is. I don't think I shouted anybody out yet. We got Mike Plays Games. We got Henny. Skyballers here. I did shout out F Your Couch. If you're the Giants, you want Joe Brady. That was fun. Hey, I got you guys. Nobody was expecting innuendo joke from the old man. Then I had one in the bag for you. I think we got the forward progress there. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm excited for the playoff stuff. I'm glad the snow's out, and we probably won't have so many crazy out of position cards doing crazy stuff. But now my team is a little cooked here too. Bring out the dirty side. Brian Flores be the Cardinals coach. Do they have the first round pick, the Dolphins? They don't have the first overall selection. I think they have their own first rounder though. If you're Kubiak, you would want Atlanta, top offensive talent, and a good defense, says Aiden. Is Myles Garrett low-key on the MVP radar? No, not at all. Stack record, smack record. They're not going to give it to a defensive lineman. Especially when he tried to decapitate Mason Rudolph years ago. He might get a defensive award or something, though. Oh, I'll try to watch them all, Alexander. Just depends on what lines up with real life, how closely I get to watch. But I'll try to watch all the games. Nico, thanks for following. You can see Flores going to Baltimore. Raiders sound very dysfunctional from what I read about them. I read a little bit of the fallout of what happened with Pete Carroll and how Brady's been, you know, the guy that they're trusting, but hasn't had a ton of success there for Brady. That's wild animation I got there. Yeah, things are doing pretty well here, Henny. How's baseball practice going? We're just getting ramped up for basketball this week. I had all the kids have done their practice, and then we got pitcher day coming up in a few days. Flores needs to stay a defensive coordinator since 11 Gaming. These guys are going to get the head coaching money when they get the opportunity, at least most of them. Myles Garrett beat the sack record by 6 or 7 sacks, and they were in the playoffs. Then we could talk playoffs, or MVP award, says Skyballer. Yeah, he'd have to have done a whole lot more than beat the record by but 1 sack with an extra game. Don't think that's super, you know, I mean, it's super impressive, but it's not going to put him in the MVP mix. They always pretty much make it a quarterback award. All right, I am playing poorly here to start. Oh, I thought he was past the line of scrimmage. See, hoping Seattle has a great run for me, Donnie. Yeah, I hope so too. Dial up. You know, mentally prepared for the worst and hope for the best, I guess, as a fan, is probably a good way to go about it. That way you don't get your emotions too crushed. But, I mean, if they're one and done at home with the 1 seed, yeah, that would suck. But, you know, there's some matchups that are a lot better for us and some are a lot worse too. Flores replacing Dennis Allen in Chicago would be a dream, says Dan. 11 Gaming, who loves Sam Darnold. You think Drake May will get MVP? I guess his odds went down that last week. I would vote for Drake, but I think Stafford may get it. I don't want Stafford to get it. I don't think he's very deserving, but it's what it is. Pete Carroll should come get the defensive coordinator job at USC. I wonder if Pete's contract means he can't work for a couple years to still get all the money from the Raiders that they owe him. Although I kind of doubt that. This guy's he's got it locked in with that RPO. Don't see your Packers doing much for dial-up. Dial-up, do you think they beat the Bears, at least? Or do you think it's kind of a coin flip type game? Yeah, Stafford did rack up some stats in some of those games. Logan, taking AF. What's happening, Logan? Thanks for jumping in. Who took you, Logan? 46 touchdowns is a very compelling case for MVP. Stop it. Stop it, says Skyballer. Skyballer using the real names in here. You can see a victory if Caleb folds under the bright lights. Shoot. Was running shoe clocks. I like to make the game shorter, but wasn't a good spot for it. Could use a late fluke touchdown down here. All right, let's burn another timeout. Yeah, it's a first go for a lot of these guys, you know, with all the expectations for a lot of the young quarterbacks that are going to be playing. Oh, there's new music. As opposed to old music. We want the new music. Oh, that was almost a dime. May threw 50% of his touchdowns versus the Jets. Worst offense in NFL history. First team in our lives to never have 1 interception in a season as a team. But not the first team to ever have that. There were some traveling teams back in the 20s that didn't have an interception. Way back in the barnstorming days. But yeah, the Jets, pretty amazing not to get an interception all year. That was the most Madden interception of all time, says Dan. I don't know how I got that throwaway. This game is not going well here. Stafford threw a bunch of touchdowns on the goal line that the Patriots would have ran on. We can go with the narrative on that. Yeah, it's most valuable player, not who threw the most touchdowns. The end zone shot. No, yeah, I felt it in my bones when that one bounced off the hands. I think I had the ball first, guys. This game is not looking good for Donnie. We'll call it the warm-up game, though. Okay, strings out the play with Vic, and then he just heaves it down the field, and it's been working out for him. He gets really close to the marker, too. I keep thinking he's gone over the line of scrimmage. I'll try to fix my my X factors. That was kind of a mess last time I was in the lineup there. I didn't want to mess around too much menu streaming. TikTok buddies, please follow, share, and like. The timer goes up the more you're active. If you're hiding a universe in your back pocket, go ahead and throw it this way. You want Seahawks Patriots in the Super Bowl? I agree with that, your couch and Mike. Drake May for MVP. Sorry, Skyballer. I don't want your logic or arguments. I don't like Matt Stafford's face. I don't like the team he plays for, and I don't like Kelly Stafford. So my mind is made up. If he gets it, the award's fraudulent. Let's see. Drake May is the best quarterback in the world. Do we think the Patriots have imposter syndrome? Ooh, I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. I think they're a pretty legitimate team. I wasn't convinced Vrabel was going to do anything there. Because it didn't end well in Tennessee. I kind of thought people were hyping him up too much off of his, kind of mixed record with the Titans. But man, he's been really good with them. Too far, Danielle, says Dark Specta. Hey, it's Sean of Motown. What's happening, Sean? Wasn't high on Vrabel either, says Dial Up. Yeah, he's done a great job, compared to what they were getting out of Mayo last year. Sure is funny, though. Yeah, streams are for entertainment. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably like all the Mahomes praise over the years. Like, you acknowledge some of it, but, like, too much over the top makes you sick. I'm that way with Stafford. The Titans organization was dysfunctional as any organization in football. That I believe. Darn it. It was not where I thought the ball was going. I thought it was going to the receiver that was at the front of that right to left movement. These are the same people that who traded A.J. Brown for a first-round pick and ended up being A.J. Brown. You mean Treylon Burks. I whipped on trying to get that ball free. If he makes it a 3-possession game, guys, I'll quit out. This guy's chewing out the clock, but whatever. Need to get the brain working here a bit. See, he got fired. The GM who did that. Would you be happy if your team hired Mike McDaniels to be the head coach? I know your team may not have a head coach opening, but what do you guys think about McDaniels now, moving forward? Coffee time, you legend. Thank you for 48 months. I'm sorry, on bright and early when we usually get to hang out together. I've just been sleeping through the day a lot, or through the early morning a lot of late. What do you think about the signing from Japan, the third baseman, Coffee Time? Come on to Tampa Bay. He's too chill, says Mike. He's solid. Find somebody else, says Dark Specta. Doing okay. Change the name a little. It was time for the change. Motown rolls off the tongue better. Sounds more peaceful. Yeah, I like Motown. Do they still consider it like Motown sound if somebody comes out of the Detroit area with fresh music, or is that limited to 60s and 70s artists, or maybe early 80s? I really don't know if it was like an era, or if it's just like a regional sound for musical artists. Yeah, this guy's ran a good drive here to bleed out the clock. Motown is still going strong. Okay. And we'll pull down Vic. 4th down. I'll take time. A field goal, though, and he would make it 3 possessions, and that's all he needs to do. If he converts here, I'll probably just jump out. This game was kind of cooked for me. Seahawks Broncos Super Bowl, says Skyballer. I'm not sure Seattle's going to make it. I hope so, though. Is it confirmed that the Dolphins coach is fired? Yeah, it's confirmed. He gone. Patriots seem fine, says Dark Specta. All right, we have a shot. Could have took the points and just put me away. Texans are your dark horse Super Bowl candidate. I think Steelers win that game this weekend. Then again, I think a lot of stuff is wrong too. So, what does it matter? It was good signing. Think you're in on Tucker as well. Bo, though, you see you guys making a small trade. I think I'm reading that wrong. I'm sorry. Let me reread that. Dark Spec. Coffee time. I was trying to run no huddle there. You think we're out on Tucker and Bo. You would see you guys making a small trade, maybe, but you're pretty sure Jays are done till the deadline. So you think the Jays are pretty much locked into the roster. Very much still in on Tucker. At least Vegas believes Kyle Tucker could end up in the Blue Jays uniform. If an egg gets laid in the playoffs, though, things can change. Yep, 1000%. And I threw it away. I mean, that's probably going to be an interception if I wasn't getting hit at the same time. Let's see. From a no display name, thanks for following. Who's that dunking on your profile picture? I think it's Jason Tatum, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's see. Barry Gordy is alive and well. He's 96 years old. Good life there for Barry. Bozy Yankee, Tucker to the Rangers is what Coffee Time's thinking for impending baseball free agency. That's good usering with the Hendricks. I'll use my last time out. We'll try the Mountain Double Pass if nothing's going to go my way. Oh well. Credit to him for playing better than I did, at least in this one. Thought I had that one in my favorites. Let's see. So let's see. The guy that followed, he didn't tell me if that's Jason Tatum or not. And Rice threw a dime. Metcalf just didn't have the hands for it. Good game to our opponent. On to the next one. On to Tampa Bay, or wherever we're going. Texas is your dark horse team. For those who don't know, he coined the name Motown, which is a combination of motor and town. I wonder if he had any, you probably know too, Sean, if he made any money off of coining that phrase, like if he trademarked it or got the copyright on it. Back to work, try to catch us tomorrow. Hey, Coffee Time, great to see you. Hopefully we get some Coffee Time streams one of these days. Coffee Time's like, I don't got time for all that, but he does stream MLB and NHL once in a great while. Having a lot of fun on MLB right now is Mike. You'll be locked in for the next MLB release if you're enjoying it right now. I usually don't play it till a week or two before it comes out. Try to get some of the rust off. The PCI timing just gets terrible for me. Need to get warm on the monitor as Mike plays games. All right, hopefully a better game coming here. I forgot to go mess with my X Factors. I should have. All right, Wagner will boot this away. Oh, look, everybody's on the Seahawks bandwagon now, myself included. You think he did for the record label? He made a lot of money, living comfortably these days. That's wonderful. Came up with a cool thing that, obviously still in use to this day, and yeah, I'm glad he benefited from it. Goofy boy, welcome in, Goofy. Thanks for following. Goofy, who's your favorite athlete of all time? Your age is getting a little too serious, dude. It's crazy how the perception of time just goes by so much faster the longer we live. And I'm guessing generations that came before us had similar experience, but I remember just like preteens, teenage years, it would feel like days were just going by really slow. And of course, we weren't in the digital world then for guys my age. We're starting to shift to it, but now it just feels like everything's just flying at all times. Let me play you, says Hayden. Hayden, you didn't follow the stream. Patrick Mahomes is Goofy Boy's favorite athlete of all time. Yeah, that's a good call. I like Mahomes. Pull the 95 Live Series Carrick. Smooth 10,000 stubs there for Mike. Missed the pre-digital days, more socializing. Yep, for sure. Yeah, you wanted to play with your friends, you went over to their house. No jump on Discord stuff back in those days. Hey, yeah, Hayden needs to follow up, man. Come on, Hayden. Dude, the spam calls are crazy. I got one out of Pembroke, Massachusetts right now telling me about Spectrum ISP service. For those that don't know, I don't live anywhere close to Pembroke, Massachusetts, and I'm sure as heck not answering call from some area code that I've never seen. All right, back to the grindstone. Here we go. Probably one of the viewers' moms. Yeah, maybe. Good call from Dowlub. Chase, welcome in. Thanks for following, Chase. The fact that Otani is 200,000 is nuts. Yep, he's still the gatekeeper, I assume, for live series. Nats fan is here. What's happening, Nats fan? Chase, is that your cat on your profile picture? If so, what's your cat's name? Tanner Barnes in the house. What's happening, Tanner? All right, so the playoff content coming today. I'm assuming there's some good stuff to do in the event. Looks like there's a Warren Sapp in the event. Hopefully I don't have to win 10 games in a row to get him. And yeah, I'm ready to get into these playoff themes. Let's get a couple weeks of Seahawk drops. This may be your first time since 20. You didn't complete live series. Yeah, I got there. It took me a while this year. It felt like, considering I was streaming it every day and all that stuff for the live series completion on MLB. Tanner, if you could have any coach come in and take over your Falcons, who would you take, Tanner? Usually get it by July, June, maybe. I'm always envious of the people that packed Shohei or Trout back in the older days as like the big card for live series, like day one. I feel like it just must make everything so much easier. From who's available, probably Harbaugh would be your pick for Tanner. Let's see, Peter, welcome in. Peter, I don't know what's on your profile picture. Tell me about it if you would, Peter. Thanks for joining us, Pete. See, you're also sad. This is last year for Kershaw for at least 1 or 2 years in MLB. Yep, we won't get him for a bit. Didn't think he really deserved to get fired, to be honest, for Tanner regarding John Harbaugh. You think the Eagles look as good as they did last year? You're a bit worried. And then Alexander corrects himself. He means he doesn't think they look as good as last year. I think it's true. Jalen Hurts had some kind of snide comments about the offensive coordinator not putting him in the same position to have as much success, but he's just doing the best with the plays that are called in the scheme that he's in. Doesn't sound great going into the playoffs if things like that are being said. Let's see. Peter says it's him versus the world, and he means the cat is cool. Right on, Peter. Thanks for being here. Gabe Marsh, welcome in. Good to have you, Gabe. Sal, thank you as well for following. Everybody follow up. When you guys follow, timer goes up. Let's create a follow train. Let's go all the way to 50,000 today. Share the stream with your friends, guys. Sharing is free. Just read that Marshawn Lattimore was arrested. Not good. Not good in the big 2-6. Zaza. Is that Zaza Pachulia that just followed? Nothing comes easy. Thanks for following, Zaza. Zaza, who's your favorite athlete? All of you guys that came in, who's your favorite athlete? Let me know. We need to know. Alexander, he wants to 1v1 somebody for all the big ones there. That is the name. Yes, Tanner's got the name typed out. Danielle Freaky Deaky, or excuse me, Freaky Deaky Danielle 69 on Nintendo Switch if you want next. Oh, I thought I was using so well. It turned out it was play action. I got faked, incredibly faked out of my mind there. Can we one-on-one the Trolls moms? Nats fan wants to know. We're going to find out. Favorite athlete football-wise has to be Joey Porter. Junior, hockey-wise, Sidney Crosby. Gabe, I'm sensing a Pittsburgh trend with you. Good to have you there, Gabe. How are you feeling about the Steelers and Houston this week? Solo Phil, he's keeping the streak alive. I was worried about you, Solo. If you're going to make it in today, I thought maybe you were too busy. Tried to hit stick the fridge. That went as well as trying to hit stick a refrigerator. Demetrius Brown, welcome in, Demetrius. Valentine's Day is approaching. Oklahoma is hiring Jason Witten as its next tight end coach. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know Witten wanted to coach. I thought he was doing some play-by-play in the booth for Fox somewhat recently. Maybe he didn't work out long-term for them. And maybe I'm just misremembering too. KJ, what's up, buddy? How's your day going? Good to have you in the stream. We got one of the big college games tonight, right, guys? I forgot which matchup it is. Is it Indiana and Oregon, or is that tomorrow? Yeah, that's what Mike was saying just above. I guess he just went to Oklahoma. I was unaware that they'd hired Witten. Miami versus Ole Miss tonight. Who's winning, guys? Miami or Ole Miss in that game? Boy, I thought I was slick with the user ring. I wasn't that good. Ducks are tomorrow. Quack, quack. Oh, you thought he had... Now I see what you meant. Yeah, I completely read it wrong. I thought maybe, you know, busy at work and you didn't read up through the chat, Nats fan, and you just heard me yapping. So, yeah, I thought you were waiting. Like, yeah, didn't he just go to the Sooners to coach? Now I got you. No, as far as I'm aware, he wasn't a Sooner, but maybe he was. Off the top of my head, I don't think he was, but my knowledge of college football isn't always the best. Let's see. KJ says Natty's Miami versus Indiana, and Indiana's winning it, says KJ. All right, we'll pull him down. He had that screen set up pretty well. Actually used her decently for a change. Playing a World Series player in the 500s. If you don't like that, you don't like MLB The Show, Mike. Just need the pass breakup, or at least tackle him there. Mays will do the job. We get the turnover on downs. Let me run the F Your Couch offense here. We're going to run the duo run play. Hey, Alexander, glad we got to see you for a bit. Sorry I got on late today. Woke up in the middle of the night and I couldn't settle back down, so just rested later into the morning than I've been doing. Yeah, if you don't like that, delete the game, scrub. And Jamie's going to turn the corner. Speaking of Miami athletes. And Jamie's going to get a house call, 84 yards for Graham. Jace is our latest member of the TikTok community. Jace, how are you today? Oh, Void made it in. Void, how are you doing? Void, I see a basketball, a football, and a baseball in your profile display name. What is the fourth thing there? Is that like a UFO spaceship or something? You run it out of shotgun a lot, but 100% duo is beast. I think that was the only duo play I found when I looked for it, but I should probably look deeper through my playbook to see if there's a few other formations to run it from in this Tampa playbook. I'm going to ask you guys a question that we'll never know the answer to unless somebody ever leaks it out. MVP is a regular season award, but there's a couple of games that are played before the award gets revealed. Do you think some voters change their minds based off the playoffs on these MVP awards? Or should it all be submitted and on the up and up already? That's Waffles, you think, says Tanner. Ooh, I thought we had a play on that one. They aren't supposed to, but they do, says Mike. I think so, too. I like getting some tinfoil and making a hat out of it sometimes. Tanner Barnes says they absolutely are changing those votes based off the first few rounds of the playoffs. Blake Files, welcome in, Blake. Blake, are you at an award show or something? You look very dressed up, if that's you in the profile picture. We'll get the takeaway with Hendricks. I'm going to have to replace Hendricks with that Julian Love card that powers up. Same with offensive player and defensive player of the year. If you don't make the playoffs, you don't win it usually, says Tanner. Okay, so there's duo, and my duo is out of single wing close. Skyballer, thank you for the bits. Bit bomb from the baller. Blake says, no, that's you, or it is you. And your wife went on a date. Hey, it looks really good. It's zoomed in or zoomed out really small on my monitor, so I couldn't see too much what was going on, Blake. But that's awesome that you got you and your wife on the profile picture. You like Blajon. He had most yards, but he won't even get top 3, says Tanner. Mike says, I know some voters go out of bounds of the rules per the Buccaneers beat reporter that said they didn't vote based on the new criteria of having it to be coming back from an injury, as far as probably comeback player of the year or something like that, Mike. Can I get it to him? Byers wide open out there. Probably didn't need that spin move, but I thought that was a move at the moment. I thought he was going to charge down. He was just tracking back. Of course, Byers not the fastest guy in my lineup. This is a backup fullback. Some people will see it as most improved. And probably should have just ran the ball. Let me see. Concept run. Inside zone. I'm looking for anything with duo. Duo is the move. Not going to be a sweet play. Power, I have one duo play. Looks like. Took too long. Now I got into something I didn't mean to get into. The bus coming in for a carry. Steelers own the Ravens has jumped in. How are you, Steelers? Right, trap. It's not going to be in the trap plays. Yes, I think I just have the one. I don't remember ever running jet sweep in this formation, so let me just run a jet sweep. See what happens. Now I didn't pay attention. Is it a jet sweep fake or an actual jet sweep? It was a real jet sweep. Oh well. We're up comfortably for now, so we'll make it a 3-possession game. Derek Garrison, welcome to our stream. How are you, Derek? Gino shouldn't have won comeback player of the year in 22. I disagree. Gino deserves all the love. Gino deserves 2 scoops of ice cream. Everybody else can have 1. They can watch Gino eat it. I wonder how Gino's feeling with Pete being gone and if he's going to be playing. Russell Wilson fired his agent. He's looking to play again next year as well. Can't imagine a lot of teams are going to line up on Russ. I could see the Jets maybe calling it on Fields already and bringing in Russ or drafting a mid-rounder or something too. Yeah, the people wrote back this year. All right, New Music says the Bears lose in round 2, but they'll win this week per New Music Inferno. I didn't use her well enough. Don't like my opponent's uniforms. I don't like these digital camo things for football. Trying for Rice again. Music Inferno, obviously a reliable source. He may be the real tight spot over here. Maybe somebody you know. Packers about to put the whooping on the Bears of the Skyballer. Skyballer, are you playing to your audience of FTO Couch being your real life friend? Or do you honestly believe that? We need to get all the hot takes lined up. And that, I mean, that's not necessarily a hot take. I think that game's supposed to be pretty close to a pick 'em, but give everybody a hard time when they're wrong. Honestly believe it. All right. We'll see. I'm kind of hoping the Bears pull it off for Dark Spectre. F Couch. George Kirby and the Mariners agree on a huge contract. I'll read the details here after this dime gets dropped on me. $6.5 million to avoid arbitration. Everybody giving the Bears no credit. How are we feeling about the Trae Young deal? Kind of a weird deal, man. There's ESPN report his preferred destination was the Wizards, and then boom, he's off to the Wizards. I should have asked Nats fan. Nats, are you still listening? I think Nats tunes in during his lunch break and stuff at work. What do you think about getting Trae Young to the Wizards? No picks is crazy. Yeah, just a weird deal. Troller 100%. What's up, Troller? Gorilla Man. Thanks for following, Gorilla. Yeah, opponent still hanging around down 10. I don't remember who had the ball first. The boy. C-Tails. Welcome in, C-Tails. CJ for Jordan Poole trade didn't make much sense from their GM to you, but they got Trae Young out of it. Yeah. If you were able to flip Jordan Poole into Trae Young, not bad. The boys tells. Oh, now I got it. Yeah, how's it going, boys? Thanks for jumping in on the big follow button. Tell us about your day and what NFL team do you root for? Glad that you're doing well. Thanks for hanging out with us. Dylan, welcome to the stream. Thank you as well for jumping on the follow train. We want everybody to follow. Stick around. I might say something ridiculous. Not on purpose, but it happens. Buddy's rooting for the Birds. How are you feeling about the Niners coming in? To be fair, if you want to go anywhere that you're going to get a high usage percentage, it's going to be Washington. Yes, that's true. Could drop 30 a game there, raises market value by 10 million. When does Trae Young come up on free agency? Do you happen to know, Mike? Kind of nervous because the secondary is actually terrible. Opt out after this year. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, you can have all the argument that he's the man that can put up all the points for you. And I didn't use her as well as I wanted on that one. I was thinking interception with Drake London. Got a nice hit on Jerry Rice, but he'll hang on. He's got the first down. Got about 7 days left of the Jonathan Kuminga experience. Hopefully the Warriors have a trade lined up for the 15th. He's had a string of DNPs. There's one game when they're going to rest the starters, and then Kuminga claimed his back was sore. Don't know how he had a sore back from sitting on the bench for 10 straight games or whatever it was. But yeah, Kuminga's just about out of there. Hopefully that'll give the team a little spark. Skyballer says, here's my issue with the Bears. You do have the 29th ranked total defense in the league, but they have forced the most turnovers in the league. That's not sustainable, and it's about to be exposed. Dilly, thanks for following. Cam, how are you? What makes you think the Packers are the team to expose them, though? And not, like, deeper into the playoffs. What about the home crowd magic in Chicago? Too bad Kuminga showed a bit of flash to start the year. Hopefully that's what they're able to sell his value to on other teams. Also, Skyball, I'm just playing some devil's advocate too. Your thought process is good. I feel like the Packers have been constantly a playoff contender for 30 years now. Favre to Rodgers, now Love. To be happy to see the Bears have some success. They had the wide receivers in the running game. To be fair, you don't think sustainability is really a problem after 18 straight games, showing that the defense can still win games just off of turnovers. Sure, it's a problem, but still. 4th and 2, he ran a toss play and Jones all over it. You have to play devil's advocate. Always need a moderator between sports topics. Yeah, stuff that can drive more engagement in the chats is usually good too. Not that you always want to argue with your viewers, but it's just like, well, why do you think that? Let's see, Dilly followed. He didn't chat with us. Dilly, thanks for hanging out. Silent but Dilly is what we're going to call him because he doesn't chat. Sorry, Dilly. Hope that's okay. This is why we play the games. Exactly. Going to be a huge search in his offseason. Bucks also fired the defensive line coach, DB coach, and safeties coach. A lot of turnover there in Tampa. I was waiting for Jimmy to spring free. I might have been able to throw it in anticipation, but I don't think I recognized it that well. I guess punt it, and then it'll be the 4th quarter. Wind, thanks for following, Wind. Good to have you breeze on in here. Wind, who's your favorite athlete of all time? Hey, Skyballer, thanks for the bits. Just got stolen home against in Mike Plays Games. Did they get you in a rundown, or did they just straight swipe it? Eplin, thanks for following. Fierce Stewart, thank you for the Heart Me. For those that don't know, the Heart Me puts you on the TikTok team. We want everybody on the team, so one of the best gifts on TikTok. Should have kicked that a little deeper into the play clock. Now he gets one play, a free play here in the 3rd quarter when he's trying to come back. Hey, Fierce Stewart, thanks for the rose as well. You have any fun plans for your day, Stay Fear? It's going for the home run shot. We got him bracketed over and under with the safeties. He got you when they stole second with the other player. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the delayed still nonsense. The running isn't really good in the show. Too much of that stuff is prevalent. Favorite is probably Brian Cushing. Oh, good call. Not, you know, the common names. You get like a lot of Tom Brady's or LeBron's or whatever. It's nice when somebody goes a little deeper into the world of sports on their answers. Let's see. Josh Grizzard, Thad Lewis, Thomas McConaughey. I'll read the rest here. Charlie Strong, Kevin Ross, Nick Rapone are all gone for Tampa. Still need the medical staff gone. Go, Pack, go. And the opponent called it a game. GG's. I wonder what event we're going to get here. Hey, Couch, thank you for the 5 bits. I should go fix my X Factors since I'm thinking about it. Hopefully the event is quick. I like when the games are fast. Grind out 50 wins, but, you know, you just play a quarter type of stuff. I would totally be up for that. My favorite athlete is probably Mark McGuire. Definitely loved Big Mac and got to watch him a lot during my youth. Steve Largent and Chris Mullen are up there for me too. So we get the Victory Token Collectible Playoff Program. Let me see if we can go to the next pack. Oops. Went right through the packs. Got a Hail Mary pack here too. Hey, don't cut the Block Dragon coming through with the raid. How's it going, Block Dragon? See if I can type well enough to shout out everybody out in Germany. Jericho, gotcha. Welcome in. Thanks for following, Jericho. Bummer. I thought it was going to be the limited time Boye Mafe. Instead, it's Abraham Lucas. Angels avoided arbitration with Neto. 4.15 million. Boy, that seems like a bargain for how good he is. All right, got to watch all the animations. You guys know I'm going to take the Seahawks player. Julian Love. I believe the Love, at least there is a Love that powers up. I didn't think it started at 85, but maybe it is Love. Now, some of you guys may be double dipping. Not sure if any of these guys are set up with chemistries from other playoff teams. New packs, good. I haven't bought any of them. I'm not usually somebody that runs and buys too many packs frequently. Dan Hawk, thanks for the share on the stream. How's your day going, Dan? Here we go. Wild card forecast pack. We get 4 tokens for the wild card forecast pack. So we got to make our decisions before too long. So I assume that Julian Love, I can put the token into him, and then he just keeps upgrading to 94 overall. So I should probably read the tips, but we'll just assume we'll figure out what they're going to say. I'll ask chat when I get stuck. Easily a 30-30 guy in a full season. Okay, so we need the victory tokens. This one only goes up to 88. I know I saw something that said he went up to 99 from Mortality, but maybe the card gets another upgrade later on through the event, right? So forecast tokens, I'm assuming those go into the sets, and you can pick which teams you think will win this weekend and so on. What's the best way to get good players? You just started Madden 26. To be honest with you, I think you need to play the challenges and play the game a lot if you're not willing to spend money on the game. If you're willing to plunk your credit card on there, I mean, yeah, you can have the best team by the end of the day, but who wants to do that? So let's see. Who do I think is a lock to win these games for Wild Card Weekend? I'm gonna go with the Patriots winning 1. To just give you a little progress for the program. I'm gonna also take the Eagles to win at home against the Niners. Might be just speaking it into the universe because I want that to happen. And yeah, my buddy Dark Spectre is watching, so I'm gonna take the Bears for Dark Spectre. However, I prefer the Packers to come to Seattle because if the Bears win, that means the Packers are out, and that means we're probably playing the 49ers or the Rams for a third game of the year, which I don't really want. Let's see. Bills for sure are winning. Not the Super Bowl. You think maybe at least once as APBD. So this is Road to the Super Bowl. Take on head-to-head seasons event with huge rewards. Huge. Earn event vouchers on your way to the Super Bowl. Use victory vouchers on the weekend and earn even more rewards. But hurry, the event ends on 1/29 at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So let's check out these rewards. Let's play it. So you get victory vouchers. It's a new currency that's came into the game as you make your way through. I guess that's just what it is, right? The victory vouchers. Oh, there's a legendary pack and different things too. I guess depending on what level you're at. Let's try playing it. Let's see what format this thing is in. I meant to go and fix my X Factors. Probably should do that real fast. Is this a full game mode? Let's see. There's also a Road to the Super Bowl against the CPU. But let's see if it's a full game or if it's just like a quarter or something. Andrew, welcome in. Thanks for following, Andrew. Let's see. Am I using a theme team? Yes. 60 plus Seahawks in the lineup. Do I spend money on Ultimate Team? I spend money on having internet access and electricity and owning a home. But as far as spending money on the game, no. I truly think, though, the concept of no money spent needs to be rethought in some people's brains because you're spending your time playing the game when you could be doing something else too. Is it the real Jericho Cotchery? Skyballer wants to know. These Jaguar uniforms, kind of hideous. All right, it's DK Metcalf going full calf to the end zone. You own a home. I was in a cardboard box. It's a really big one. It is, yeah. It's a sustainable home. Eventually, it rains enough, and the thing will just melt down on me. Get recycled into the earth, just like my bones. Eventually, go Green Bay Packers, says the new follower. That's the display name. Good thing they didn't see what predictor I just made. Haven't heard of the name forever. He was a good wide receiver 2, number 3 receiver for the Jets. Go Seattle Seahawks. They're going to the couch this weekend. Man, I'm going to be ticked off if anybody gets hurt this week in preparation to watch who's coming to Seattle. You want the Hawks or the Bears to win the Super Bowl this Mike? Hey, I appreciate it. The bandwagon's open for whoever wants to come in for this year. Matt Gallardo. Welcome in, Matt. Matt, what's the baseball hat that you're wearing in your profile picture? It looks to me like a Tampa Bay Rays hat, but I could be completely wrong. Broncos, Hawks, big chillin' this week. Indeed they are. Oh, White Sox hat. Oh, nice. Are you excited about the big free agent signing in Murakami? I would be as a White Sox fan. Chargers are a third option. Boy, I can't stand Jim Harbaugh. I'm kind of like not fond of John, but Jim I don't like. I don't want to see Jim celebrating and being the 4th coach to win a Natty and a Super Bowl championship. He would be the 4th if he gets it. You like Herbert? Yeah, Herbert's cool. CRX Hawks Prod. Welcome in, Hawks Prod. Absolutely. You're from Chicago, so go Bears. Dan Ooft. How's it going, Dan? He says bear down. Ooh, bear community coming in clutch here. Suddenly bears everywhere in the different chats. I am multi-streaming, so I'm reading off chat from everywhere. You're scared for the 49ers, just like the Seahawks. Now they're playing the Eagles. I hope the Eagles are on their game for this one. Noah Mandel, how's it going? Yeah, I know you're fond of Jim. For Dark Spectre. Noah, what's happening, buddy? Good to see you, Noah. We had the kickoff return touchdown. It'd be great to get a defensive stop here on the first defensive possession. I guess defensive stop is good anytime, but yeah, I'd like one now if I could get one. Shaquan Barkley running through my defense. Olympic Ice looks better today. Seahawks are going to put 45 a game during the playoffs. I'd be surprised if we put up that many points. Maybe if the defense just feasts and puts us on some short fields for one of the games. You know, a bunch of turnovers or something, but yeah. Concerned about us churning out those first downs. They did a good job against San Francisco, but San Francisco's beat up too. Hopefully don't get too overconfident in themselves and then, you know, find themselves getting stunned in that divisional round. Indiana's going to win the Natty, says Matt. Sam Darnold is going to turn into prime Tom Brady, says Mike plays games. I thought he was going to go to the Texas route there in the back. How they showed it, it looked, they showed it first, it looked like it would never be good. Well, I'm glad the ice is getting up to par, Noah.
That's good for a Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Let's see, the first episode of season of 8, the rookie came out the other day. It was really good, says Mike. Brandon Lowry, how's it going, Brandon? Thank you for following this afternoon or morning, depending where you're at. Still morning here. Jumbotron was way too low. It takes an hour to move it up. We got a good God out of Dark Spectre. Sad that the Olympics here conversation. it's going to have to take 2-week hiatus for, I'm assuming, the NHL, right? Dalton, expired UF. How's it going, Dalton? Haven't been here in the off season. Would ask my thoughts on Seattle. I mean, thoughts are season went really well, and let's hope they can get it done in the divisional round. They exceeded my expectations. All right, we still got the lead. Kick got shanked. Let's see, how do you get those stars on the player in Ultimate Team? If they have a star, it means they have either X Factor or ability has been put onto them. So you can go into the card in your lineup and you can upgrade the card by using training and put some of those extra attributes on the different players. Helps the cards play better. I don't really love the concept of it, but it's very ingrained into Ultimate Team. Probably prevents hoarding of assets a bit too, because people are burning off cards to turn them into training and upgrade their other cards that they do want to use. I thought I could fling it past him. I thought wrong. Bad decision there. Had plenty of time for the drive. I didn't need to take a shot. Xavier Moore, welcome in, Xavier. Bo Nix is 3 million. You don't even know. The new UNU says to buy him right now, even though you have 20 million. You're not home right now, right, Skyballer? Because if you're not home, I wouldn't worry about buying him until I was home and I could be on my console. He might drop a little bit. Then again, I guess it could go the other way too. Supply and demand stuff. Xavier, welcome in. How are you, Xavier? We do get it right back. Can you play me? Xavier, you got to follow the stream, which you did do. And then the next thing you got to do is either add me or wait to stream snipe our next game. We're playing the playoffs event mode. Yeah, I mean, usually, right, there's going to be more cards coming out, and then the price drops down. If they made him really super rare and everybody's trying to run Bronco theme, then I could see it cresting up. But yeah, usually right out of the packs, people are demanding arm and a leg, and then it drops down to just an arm later. He's going to try to throw that to square. Probably better he got blasted. His abilities are special basic stuff. Try to throw that anticipation. His defender was in the right spot. Well, back to the drawing board. Haven't moved the ball well. I had a kickoff return touchdown for my touchdown here. Sports games are better without the X Factor and the abilities. I thought so too. Cards of 95 is going to get beat by a 97, and you know, just kind of easier assessment of the whole thing. Now there's all these kind of hidden things within the game that you don't see loading in against your opponent, and I don't know. It gets more pulled away from real life to me. You know, I can put spin cycle or whatever on a guy, and you know, now he's spinning out of control. It's like, man, let's just make Jerry Rice try to play the way Jerry Rice played. The event's a playoff event, Xavier. Looks like it's full game, but you get victory voucher tokens. NHL, they have too many broken ones. Yeah, there's always some stuff that ends up overpowered. Even in MLB The Show, although you can't equip the... God, I forgot what they call them now. They're not abilities there, but the hidden attributes. But, you know, guys that have outlier that are pitchers, they're going to throw the ball extremely hard consistently, or they're going to get more break on the ball. And then the hitters that have like dead red are going to hit the fastball better, and bad ball hitter, they're going to hammer every mistake, and it makes the PCI effectively bigger and stuff. It's like, nah, just let it be. off the stats if I had my choice. Yeah, speeds up your shot, quick release. Sounds like some of the 2K stuff. Get the right jumper on the guy, and the release is super quick, and the defender can't close out on you. KJ, welcome back in, and 1K Gauge, how are you? Welcome in as well. Good to see both of you there on the stream. Ready for the playoffs. Yes. It's close. Got college playoffs and then NFL playoffs coming up. All right, we're up by 8 and coming out on defense here against Jacksonville. These are short quarters. I just realized these are 2-minute quarters instead of 3-minute quarters. So this is going to be run the ball and chew out the clock scenarios a lot in the second half on these games. Question of the day, do you prefer air raid offense or smash mouth offense when it comes to football? Kind of like smash mouth football. Run it, wear down the other team, take an occasional shot down the field. I know the rules have favored passing more and more as the games evolve, though. Coach Madden looking on. What do we call these Jaguar uniforms? Burnt mustard color? Not like in the look of these. Does anybody in chat like these Jaguar uniforms? I can't stand those whiteout Bengal uniforms, but I know a lot of people do like them. This could be another unpopular Danielle Freak opinion. Oh, good time for the RPI. I wasn't looking for that. So he'll get the big fourth down. Coldy Beats, good to see you, Coldy. How are you, Coldy? I think he wanted Parham on that outbreaking route. Thankfully, for my sake, defense got home. Make some adjustments and try to be in different space and place here. Oh, he didn't run the same play. Dave Stewart just followed. Hey, I'm a huge Dave Stewart fan. 4 straight years of 20 wins plus for those Bash Brother era Oakland Athletics. Loved watching Smoke when he was in his prime. He did a really good job on the A's pre and post game for years too, and then this last year, with him moving into Sacramento, Stu was not retained. Still seems like he's connected to the front office though, because he's been in some of those Vegas promotional things that they've been doing. I could see that route drifting out. Was hoping to get over. Doesn't matter. Throws off the mark. Chew clock. Conservative. Let's go try to run this thing out. We're already in field goal range, so we don't need a whole lot. But he was all over it, crashing down with Carmichael. You want Bo or Tucker? Yeah, coffee time was in a little bit. I think he checked in from work, and he doesn't think that either of those guys are going to come back to Toronto. Or I should say, one come back and one sign with you guys. Although Mike was a little more optimistic for the Jays' chances. You think the A's are due for a good playoff run in 27? I hope we don't lose a year to a strike season. Yeah, these jerseys, I can't stand these things. I tried to swerve him there. I just didn't get animated around. So we'll send out the field goal unit. Didn't really bleed that out the way I was hoping. I'll just go down to a second and then take time. Kind of a unique format, 2-minute quarters, but both teams have the full 3 timeouts. So, strategies are kind of the same here in game. Yeah, if all of those guys work out, we could be in great shape. Then hopefully nothing, takes Kurtz and Soderstrom and Wilson and those guys from being solid. And I think we still have Shea Langoliers locked up for a while too. Tough you want it, but doubtful, says Noah. Little guys are being loud here in my household, so you're hearing voices from beyond. They're just playing around. TikTok friends, we need you guys to follow, share, and like. Got a little quiet in TikTok. We may have to restart the TikTok stream. See, how's our timer looking? 22 minutes. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll see you guys for the next playoff game if you're on TikTok. Join us on Twitch or YouTube in the meantime. But we did have 33 followers, so it was a pretty good session thus far. But yeah, catch you guys on the Flippity Flip TikTok. The old Flippity Flip stays flipping. Shoot, let me burn a timeout. Doesn't have the right defense out. It's probably going to run no huddle here since he needs 2 scores. I feel like this year they could improve enough to maybe be in the wild card mix. Probably Seattle's division to lose, but, wasn't too convinced on that Seattle team. I think your Angels are lining up to be better this year. Rangers, I don't know what you expect with them making the change away from Bochy, and they've had some key players depart is the word I'm looking for. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Then Houston's always a pain. But yeah, AL West eats itself up a lot. Yeah, so he did what he needed to do. He went down there and scored quickly. He's going for 2 to try to make it a 3-point game. And they gave him the 2-point good. Boy, I saw that ball pop out. I didn't think it was good. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, any team could finish last. I don't think Kotze is necessarily going to get the most out of our talent either. I'm down on him, but he's cheap and they already paid for him, so I don't think Fisher wants to pay for 2 managers and probably won't. Mariners and Cal, too stubborn for them. Somehow only win 72 or whatever to be 5th. Yeah, hard to see them under 500. Unless they have just, terrible injury luck, which I'm, of course, not wishing on them. All right, we should be set now, I think. Needed that first down. This is like that. I guess there's a scenario we could get the ball back. Now you let the clock bleed out. We're good. Astros rotation could be elite or awful. Let's see, Rangers are relying on a bunch of old guys to carry the rotation in 26, and Mike Maddox is gone. Oh, I didn't think about Maddox leaving. Makes sense he would have left with Bochy, right? For this year. Let me fix my my X Factor since we're not live on TikTok. And then we'll go play another one of those games or 2. Angels still have the hold at 3rd and 2nd. And you guys got him. I think I remember that now, but I don't think about baseball as frequently when the season isn't active, and then I kind of forget about some of the moves that have happened. Yeah, your pitching staff should excel under Maddox. I think he still has it to maximize the most out of pitchers. And then Ron Washington went to the Giants, right? As like a bench coach or something. I figured Wash was done when moved on from the Angels there. Let me see what's going on. There may be a free pack or something now for these playoff things. Sometimes they give you like an intro pack. Probably need to have this guy in the lineup, so I'll fix that tomorrow because that'll help us progress through the the season. Crayshaw. I don't know if I want to run that punter. Don't punt a whole lot, but sometimes I do. Grayson Rodriguez and Soriano should be way better. Yeah, those guys definitely could end up thriving under Maddox. All right, so on offense, I'm missing an AP. But between games, excuse me, an X Factor, between games, it was acting like I was good. Now it's telling me I have too many active. I think you have to take the card out of the lineup and then put it back in when it gives you that error. Excuse me. Let's see, could we have Detmers moving into the rotation again? Not too much hope that UC can improve, but you could be proven wrong. Have wide open spot at the fifth guy. I don't know what's going on here with the APs. Took out Metcalf. I can't get his X Factor to turn on. I know sometimes it can be glitchy and you have to mess with stuff, but I don't know what's preventing it. Like I have Vic on, have Walker on. Let me see if I can toggle those guys on and off. That'll fix things. Probably going to mess it up further. There we go. And now Metcalf went on. Yeah, it's acting like I have another X Factor on. Maybe it's Jimmy Graham because he had one on. Maybe that's what I need to do. Take Jimmy out. Obviously a glitch in the game for that to be a factor there. Right now we bring Jimmy back in. Because I think he was the one that was enabled that I turned off. So that may be it there with Jimmy. Yeah, that was the fix. Silly though. I could see somebody wasting like hours trying to figure that out. And I'm missing one AP here on this defense, but I think I'll just leave it for now. And then because I took out Metcalf, now I got to put him back in here. Probably not better than Hester now that the snow has melted. But yeah, we had a kickoff return touchdown last game with him. Let me start TikTok back up as we get into our next game. Thanks everybody for hanging out with me, midday this morning. There is wrestling I'll be streaming on the YouTube channel at 4 p.m. my time. So 4.5 hours to wrestling. Turn off my lights and turn them back on before I start TikTok. That way they'll flash for the kids that just want to see the lights flash. I think it drives more engagement. So we do it. Lumia stream is here. All right, looks like we're back live, and we'll get in a game or two. McDougal, what's up, McDougal? As always, great to see you. How do you feel about the Astros offseason? We're just talking a little baseball, but we can talk about whatever you like, McDougal. See Evan, welcome in on TikTok chat. How are you, Evan? Not too much going on. You saw I'm at the Rockets game with a jersey with his own name on it, and you like that. Oh, I think I went into seasons instead of going back into the playoff event. I did a Danielle freak. Oh well, it's fine. We'll play a lot of the event moving forward. That is cool. He's already integrating himself into the sports community there. Get a big Kenneth Walker run to start off this game. And he's trying to run through there with Shazier. He almost timed it perfectly. Thoughts on the Trae Young trade, McDougal? We hashed that out a bit earlier. I'm looking forward to the Warriors trading away Kuminga. I hope they can get a decent player back for Kuminga. Mike had a good point about Trae Young in that if you go to Washington, you can definitely get all the usage you want and, you know, set yourself up for free agency. See, you liked owner Crane, was like, hell no, I'm not extending the GM or head coach. They're on the hot seat more like it. Warriors been trying to deal him for a long time. They can't trade him till the 15th, though, because he re-signed on the deal this year. Of course, it was a long contract negotiation because they didn't want to let him leave as a restricted free agent, and Kuminga wanted the world, and, you know, you can't give him too much money based off what he's done so far throughout his career, because if you do, then nobody's going to want to take him back the other way. Supposedly the Mavericks have interest in Kuminga, but the Warriors aren't that interested in Anthony Davis, per reports. I don't know if that's true. It wouldn't be a one-for-one swap, though. You'd have to send a lot of other contracts to make Davis work in our salary cap situation. Although I do think AD would give us a small crack at a title window. If he was healthy, Steph was healthy, Dre, and, you know, whoever didn't leave, you might have, you know, that last gasp of really having a deep run. Because Davis, when he's healthy, is still an elite player, but he's just not healthy very much. But, I mean, we got to do something. Kuminga's just a negative asset. You like it for the Wizards. They have some actual pieces. Trey can distribute to them. For the Hawks, they want that max flexibility. You wouldn't have given up the Nola pick, sent Trey to get Giannis, but what do you know? Yeah, I wonder if Giannis would be willing to go to either of those destinations. Feels like he's getting to kind of give the list to the Milwaukee Bucks and then decide where he wants to go from there. Like, it seems like Milwaukee's trying to make Giannis happy on the destination. Warriors played the Bucks last night. Draymond got Giannis with a foul across the face. Seemed inadvertent, but boy, Giannis was really ticked off about that whole thing. Felt like he sulked and kind of pouted the rest of the game. Tried to flex on Draymond, and Draymond got him with a really hard screen in the fourth quarter, knocked him to his butt. Rome Adunzi is off the injury report and will play Saturday for the Packers. Great news for the Bears. Great target for Caleb. Running backs doubled over. Don't really mind him getting the ball if we can hit him. Didn't want to leave him that open, though. Knicks could win it all. They could win it without Giannis, but if they could get him, yeah, they'd be a factor, especially if they didn't have to move, you know, Brunson or Cat. Daniel Freak shared the stream. I hope you guys on TikTok will share the stream as well. Please follow, share, and like. Yeah, Kuminga, he's been a pain in the side for a long time. I think the owner, Joe Lacob, is probably was at least at some point in time very enamored with Kuminga. He was reportedly the same way with James Wiseman and probably didn't want to trade him, but seems like Dunleavy and Coach Kerr have had enough of Kuminga's sulking. Probably the guys in the locker room too are tired of dealing with Jonathan. I'm sure he's going to put up some big stat lines initially, getting out of Golden State, getting some additional minutes, because he's not getting any minutes right now, and probably to try to prove it to the Warriors that they made a mistake. Look how good I am. Yeah, my opponent's in his wild card. I clicked into seasons by mistake, intending to go into the event. What's happening, Zeke? How's your day going?
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Let's see. Randy and the Mariners agree on $15 million to avoid arbitration. Yeah, Randy had a nice season there in Seattle. Kept thinking Jimmy Graham was going to get more of a block animation on that than he did.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. And the Seahawks first down.
Walker, only 2. Get us to the 2-minute warning.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of
Let's see. Timer says we got 8 minutes left. Everybody follow up. Need you guys tapping and yapping on TikTok. Seeing a lot of names scrolling in. I had Rice open for days. I was looking at the trail receiver and Metcalf and didn't make a good read. Let's see, is this head-to-head? It is. Yeah, how's your day going, Ron? Again, it's taking too long. I'm looking at the receivers getting jammed up. Had the long field goal. Are the Zero Chill cards down in price? Yeah, they'll probably stay down now that the playoff content's released.
a 54-yard attempt.
You get the encroachment. I think I'll go for this now. Oh, it's a better field goal position. We'll find out, Zeke. We love some encroachment. We do. Yeah, not sure why he did that. I think he was trying to save the clock or something. Kind of odd.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line. Fitzpatrick on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 21-yard line. Taken down at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up
Go
third
see
and
chickens.
5.
It could end up being a great year. It could be a year that we want to forget in the fan base. Did the Bucks and another bad team beat us? Zeke, I don't play for the Seahawks. I'm just a fan. But you know what I'm a bigger fan of than the Seahawks, Zeke? Your mom. Why don't you tell her to go warm up the bacon grease and she can pour it down my throat when I'm done streaming? Because she'll be, on top. Anyways, Zeke, we won't be needing your services. But yeah, run along, Zeke. Tampa wasn't bad then. Tampa was good right then. Zeke, I kept trying to bait something there. Not because I'm so defensive over my team for anybody else listening. Came in with some, like, I don't know, weird reference that I look like somebody who I've never heard of, so I just let it go. Then, yeah, just on funny, on creative troll. Sportsman Mason. What's up, Mason? Oh, Jamie, don't stop the row. I threw it in anticipation. Wilson said, I'm anticipating you stopping. I thought we had the touchdown there. August Too Sober. Welcome in, August. Thanks for following. Yeah, Baker was cooking back then. It's weird, like halfway through the season, Tampa, Indy seemed like a legitimate, possible Super Bowl matchup. See, you were outside. It's too cold in Phoenix. Thought it never got too cold in Phoenix, Mason. Is that true? You messing with me, Mason? I think that sideline route was uncovered for him. Oh, well. I'll take it. Now, I left my menu with it saying 3 AP X Factors were on. Now it's not saying that. Weird. I think I had one on Metcalf somewhere. There, now it turned on. And it's showing me 3 on the defensive side too. Maybe if I close app, it'll fix it. Are you happy that the Chiefs didn't make the playoffs? I don't care about the Chiefs. My team plays in the NFC. Chiefs are usually fun to watch. I like Mahomes, so I'm not happy or sad about it. Dynasties don't last forever. You have years where there's injuries, guys get old. you know, if you have success, people overpay for your free agents. Chiefs are in that deal where they need to retool it and see if they can get some more good seasons out of their core. Let's see. B. Britton, welcome in. How's your day going? Welcome to, what is it? Welcome to Mose. Mose says bear down. How are you, Mose? Who's your favorite Chicago Bear of all time? Mine's Walter Payton, personally. Let's see. Sportsman, he's used to the heat. 39 degrees out his way. See losses against Virginia Tech and Bando for the South Carolina dynasty. Pop-up tip pass. Hendricks has got it. And he is pulled down by really lone defender that was there to make a play. You know, offender, because he's an offensive player that turned into a defender. Dick Bucket's favorite player for Welcome to Most. Right on. Definitely one of the legends of all time. Running back is hurt again for Mike. Surely can't have anything nice in Gamecock land. What a name. He dove with Shazier. I'm sure that wasn't intentional, but we're going to make him pay on the mistake. Walker to the end zone, diving into the Lady Rough. Somebody throw the flag on Walker. You guys see the Colts receiver got ejected from the game last week? Just put his arm on the ref because it was loud and the ref couldn't hear him. Looked like he like just barely gently embraced him, and it was you know, contacting a ref, so they kicked him out. Wasn't watching the game, but I saw it in the NFL Reddit. Yeah, K9, he does feel like he gets a really good burst for me still. Never mind, touchdown, the real USC, says Mike. Let's see, Sportsman Mason. He says, when I used to be in Pennsylvania, we had a baby bear that we always saw. We named it the Player. He was so cute. What type of bear was he, Mason? I don't really know what bears are native to Pennsylvania. I'm going to assume it's brown bears or black bears. Hopefully a black bear, because I think those are usually smaller in stature. Is that Big Ben? No, it's Mike Vick. Right-handed Mike Vick, of all the silly stuff they came up with. The hand change Vic card. How's your day going, Hernan? I think black bear or brown bear. Yeah, the black bears look pretty cute. Like you go cuddle with them, but still be careful. I think brown bears are quite a bit heavier. Hopefully not a polar bear, because I think if a polar bear sees you, good night. You better hope he just had a lot to eat and he's just not interested. So lucky you got a good quarterback that can escape pressure. The offensive line sucks for the SEC, says Mike. Steelers on the comeback trail here for my opponent. Let's get a takeaway. Jones got a nice off user animation on that hit stick. I guess it's not a hit stick if you don't stick it, but yeah, he slammed him. You feel like Joe Burrow every drop back for Mike Plays Games. The bear ate your trash. You had to clean it. Probably not good for bears to be eating through human trash. What are you going to do? You know, humans keep sprawling out, and nature is going to keep being nature. So occasionally you're going to have to deal with bears and raccoons and different things getting into the garbage. And we'll pull down Vic, 4th and 10. Big decision for my opponent. Of course, I'd be looking to run out the clock if I can take it away here. Took too long on my user ring. My pre-snap adjustments. Hey, that'll work. Just trying to put a guy in man coverage right in this play. Alright, we got 2 clock. We got conservative. We're going to go Bear Bryant offense now. Speaking of bears. And that should hit the 2-minute warning. Good thing, because Walker got his bell wrong. Needed a few more inches there. How's our timer, TikTok? Timer's gone. We may play one for the road of one of those playoff games. Pretty sure I need 2 playoff players in my lineup to get the path moving down the road, though. We haven't done yet. Well, not the way I had it envisioned, but 1st round pick, Michael Vick. With a big run, and puts him to sleep on that one. It wasn't the Steph Curry Sally, but he rocked the football to sleep, and yeah, good night, Steelers. They're crying into the terrible towels. Pretty windy there. Big handheld moving around a lot. Game's not completely over. He could get a recovery or something. Yeah, I think it was maybe a Snoop Dogg line about 1st round pick Michael Vick. I know it was in one of the Maddens. Way back when they used to have much better soundtracks, in my opinion. Like 2000. Then again, I was a young person, and we tend to clamor for our youth. Still like to pretend I'm young, but I can't tell you all the popular rappers these days. But yeah, former 1st round pick Michael Vick. Just want to be kind of over the top and try to keep the clock running here. We'll pull him down with Jones. We got J-Man 1374 coming in. J-Man, how's your day going? Who's on your profile picture? It looks like Vita Villa to me. But I've been wrong on those guesses in the past. Didn't line up right. 3rd and inches and coming here. He's able to stop the clock with Vic getting out of bounds. Or excuse me, Metcalf getting out of bounds too, Vic. That's a good throw. Pull down Pickens, and there goes a timeout. This team has a vendetta against his coach. We're now 1-3. And Taylor Mays will take it. The stun on him. And Hopefully he'll quit out here. Dallas, thanks for following. Simon, thank you as well. What overall is my team? I think we're at 95 overall, running a Seattle theme team. Might have dropped down one overall with the zero chill melt today. Running back went for 188 yards on 18 carries. I'm gonna close app because I think when I look at my lineup, it's showing me all the X factors being on. But then when we get to halftime, the X factors off. Play one of those playoff games for you guys, and then we'll hit the road. Get ready for Ohio Valley Wrestling later today on YouTube. Same name there. Please be sure to subscribe if you haven't. Shoot, let's see. Go back in. See if that fixes the X factor stuff. Kogi, welcome in. How are you, Kogi? Bentley, welcome to our stream. How's Bentley doing today? Thanks, guys, for following. Good to have everybody there. Yeah, how's it going, Slushy? Great to see you. Thank you for the heart me. Was everybody eating for lunch, or what did you guys have for lunch today? I know you East Coast guys are thinking about dinner already. Wendy's for Bentley. Oh, what'd you get at Wendy's? I love going to my hometown Wendy's. We have a really nice, like the store manager there. He's awesome. Super friendly dude, and yeah, we almost always have a good experience. Wisco had some venison for lunchtime. The Baconator, man, I miss the Baconator. Having given up eating meat a long time ago. Dan Hawk, thanks for following. Kobe is my best friend. What's up, Kobe? Leftover spaghetti. The kiddo loves it for F your couch. You got to make whatever the family likes. I cook a lot of French fries in the evening because all three of the kids seem to like that pretty well. And we'll usually have different ones in the freezer, crisp cut or crinkle cut, excuse me. Sometimes we'll have the waffle fries, the ones that they market as fast food fries. They love those. I have to be careful not to burn them in the toaster oven, but yeah, I know what you mean. You got something that they like to eat. You know they're going to eat it somewhat decent. Yeah, feed them that. Ooh, 50K. That's a really good daily coin pack there. Your friend took your phone. It's okay, August. Welcome back in. Kobe's sad at the moment. I'm sorry to hear that, Kobe. You want to elaborate? Or we'll just try to entertain you. Let's see. Somebody gave you an offer to buy your slushy business today. Was the offer worth pondering? Are you thinking about making the move to cash in the slushy business, Slushy King? All right, let me go upgrade that left guard, and then we'll play a playoff game. Put him on the Seahawk theme team. I need to go into the store. I have a lot of the season tickets, some buy these tokens. Kentucky at home should be a win for Mike. Crashed the car at 2 a.m. this morning. Kobe, I know you work some hours where you're getting off late at night, but I think there's a whole saying from old timers to younger folks like yourself. Nothing good is happening at 2 a.m. You know, as far as like running around, going to the clubs and going to see friends and stuff. Not that you did anything wrong, just yeah. Please be careful and take care of yourself. Sucks about the car. I just hope you're doing okay because you know cars can be replaced. Your insurance might go up. You might have to go back to the grindstone as far as saving up a down payment or whatever the case is going to be in front of you. But we can't replace Kobe. You're the golden goose, man. So just take care of yourself. And yeah, definitely could be worse. You're here chatting with us. Let's see, 2.2 million for everything, including your blow molding manufacturing business. Slushy, that sounds great, dude. Would you be able to? I don't know if you're familiar with the term. You probably are as a business owner, but they call it fire financially independent to retire early if you sold. I'd be really tempted to just go and enjoy life, maybe do something else just because you had a successful business already, but enjoy some vacations and spend time with loved ones and go to sporting events, go golfing, whatever your passions are. Nobody was hurt, you're okay, and the car's drivable. Only 43, got time on your side. Couple years younger than I am, Slushy. But you know, if you love doing your business and nothing's going to replace it, that's kind of tough too. You almost can't put a price tag on it. I think if it was me though, like if somebody wanted to buy being Danielle Freak at those numbers, and of course it's not the same thing as having a slushy business, but yeah, I probably would just say, here's the keys. Zeep is here. What's up, Zeep? Welcome back to the stream. Kobe, thank you very much for the heart me. It was a blizzard this morning. Did you have to drive because you're coming home from work or something, Kobe? It's not really my business why, but you know, and I did a lot of that running around with the sun down during my teens and early 20s too. So I completely get it, wanting to do social stuff. But yeah, being home, being safe is always a good option too. So it's a great offer. You're hard headed. You could buy playoff tickets this Slushy King. You can buy playoff tickets this year, next year, and every year, man. You could be bumping somebody off the season ticket holder list. No, I haven't, Zeep. I just need to get into the settings. Thanks for the reminder. I'll try to get you on band today, bud. Sorry about that. Zeep came in when we had a rash of trolls. I thought he was one of the troll kids that day. So left guard will be a bit better. I think we'll keep Damon Lewis as a backup. Maybe I should sell Lewis and just put in Hutchinson because I don't think the overall grade matters much. Whoever asked about my team overall, it did go down. I was 95. The zero chill stuff went away, so I'm down to 94. I'm going to be messing around on Discord here a little bit anyways, so good timing right after this game. It's going to play a playoff game for you guys. I think I went into the wrong tab. Yep, need to go into the event tab. Rewatch San Francisco versus Seahawks game so many times. Do you think we got it this year? I hope so, man. If they can be that dialed in the next 3 games, if there is 3 more games, I like our chances. They were just on it that day, dude. It's like they knew what San Francisco was doing on seemingly every play. I know it's a little exaggeration, but one play early in the game, Niners kind of faked a screen to the right. I think it was to McCaffrey, and then Purdy throws back left to Kittle. And I want to say it was Imawari came and just blew Kittle up. It's like they knew they weren't getting fooled on anything. They were just like so locked in. Hopefully we can game plan that well defensively for the remaining teams. Am I from Washington? No, I'm in California. Dad said if we I read that wrong. My dad said we're going to the championship game if the Seahawks win, says Zeep. Think that's a big problem with Kyle, says Mike plays games over in our purple chat. Love it. Thanks for the Seahawks love. Yeah, my cousin played for the Seahawks years ago, Slushy. And I try not to tell story every single stream because I think it's redundant for those of you that tune in often. But I'm a distant relation to Steve Largent. So I grew up liking Largent. And, you know, by the fact that he played with the Seahawks, I like the Seahawks. So I just stuck with him as a fan after Steve hung it up. Best Guy. Thanks for following, Best Guy. And we'll pull down Jacobs. The streak is gone. Hey, new streak. 1 in a row today, Z. Pacific Northwest card breaks. How's it going, Pacific Northwest? Go Hawks. I hope they're going all the way this year. But we'll see. You know, every other fan base that's still alive is hoping the same. If you're a Seahawk fan, you don't have to follow, but we'd love you guys to follow and stick around with us. Seahawks Eagles would be an interesting matchup if that one does happen here in the future. I think that Eagles team is so good defensively, they could cause us some fits. How much % off? If you use my creator code for SeatGeek, it's DanielFreak20. It should give you 20% off. Can't remember if I have a SeatGeek command. I should. Or maybe it's $20 off. I think it's $20 off is what it is, Steve. Yeah, my SeatGeek code is DanielFreak20. Used to be Daniel Freak, and then I guess it got leaked onto one of the deal sites, and they don't like you to be on those sites because then too many people use it, and they don't want to pay you your creator bonus stuff that they give you if you're an endorser. I mean, it should work for anything if you're a new customer. Sometimes you can use it as an old customer too, but I think it's supposed to be for new customers. is to my understanding. But yeah, definitely try to apply it. I mean, even saving $20 is $20. Not bad when you're buying cheap tickets to get $20 off the total either. He'll roll out with Jalen Hurts for 6. Yeah, I tried to get in front of that route. Threw it a little later than I expected to, and I was off the mark. But he likes to go no huddle here. Yeah, I can stay up with him. Needed to jam that route, but Steve Smith got past me, and Smith is gone. But I had some opportunities at the ball. I think we'll be okay, hopefully. Might be able to just keep the ball away from him here. We can go score a touchdown and then have it coming out next half. Let's see, Elite 5-star. What sport do you play that you're elite at? Thanks for following us, Elite. I see number 2 wearing a football helmet. Don't know if that's you in your profile picture or not.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Basketball and football. You make player edits. Very cool 5-star Elite. What was your most recent edit? Most recent one I did was Seahawks and 49ers rivalry edit prior to that Saturday game, the Saturday night game, a few days back. So you got Warren Moon and Steve Rabel, a couple of Seahawk legends for sure. Ryan Williams. I really enjoyed when we had Warren Moon up there in Seattle. Late in his career, but those were some fun teams.
Intended for Jerry Rice. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Shoot, he's trying to throw that to R1, and his defense came crashing in. So much for that whole thought that I'm going to be okay in this game. Offense not moving it here. Maybe you should give some thought to punting, because I had a few shots at the ball, but you guys didn't tune in to watch punting. And his zone coverage able to come down and break up Rise. Guess I need to throw it a little earlier. Jake, it's great to see you. Sorry I haven't been on in the nights much, or even really the early mornings. How's everything out your way, Jake? Thought I had that play covered up. I didn't. Danger zone here for your buddy Danielle in this playoff matchup. Event matchup. Yeah, Jake's great chatter. Always good to have Jake around. Yeah, Seattle's looking really good. I hope the lights don't get too bright or any of the things that can crop up and get you, but as good as you can feel about a team, I probably feel that way at the moment, but like some of the other guys are saying, there's a reason they play the games. Sorry Pete Carroll didn't work out a little better there with the Raiders. I feel bad for Pete and, Raider fans that were expecting more out of this past season. Tucker, welcome in. How are you, Tucker? Thanks for following. Getting some success on this play. I don't want to let him sub out. Well, I tried to hit no huddle and think he did get a timeout in there.
That's another Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
60 Maverick! 60 Maverick! Ready?
Rice getting some good blocks ahead. I was just keeping my eyes up on the goal line. Thought I was going to take that to the house. He had some speed to chase us down. You don't like that they put players in different positions, like Mike Vick running back and offensive players on defense. I don't mind a little bit of it, but this year in particular, it got on my nerves a lot, Wisco. Like it was just too much this season. But I'm going to tell you something. They have all the analysts crunching the numbers, and if they're selling more packs and they're getting more EA points purchased during those promotions, they're going to keep doing them. If players stop playing the game and they aren't logging into the servers as often, they'll see that too, and then it'll probably balance out the other way. But yeah, they definitely want to do things to entice people to spend more on the game. So there must be a subset of the community that really enjoys all the out of position stuff. Like, I don't mind a gimmick card, you know. Wide receiver throws a touchdown on an end around or something, and he gets a card that's usable but not towards the top of the game. I think that's fun, especially for theme teamers. You know, here's your guy on your team that had a cool play, and he gets a special card. But yeah, like Randy Moss being the best defensive player or something, to me, it was kind of breaks up the immersion. And then like Vic at running back, I don't believe he ever played running back, so those I don't enjoy as much. To be fair, though, a couple years ago, I used Refrigerator Perry at quarterback for a month or two, and I had a lot of fun with the card, but yeah, no way did it feel like a football simulation to me using the fridge out there. Boy, his receiver's just a little too fast for my defenders right now.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for an Eagles first down. A gain of 22 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
Can't compete against 99 teams. Well, no, I don't think anybody's up to 99 yet. There's not 99s in the game. Maybe with theme team boosts, some guys might be going in higher. With all the zero chill things losing their 0 AP abilities today, though, the team, not the teams, but the game got a bit of a reset. Just blocked a point after attempt to get the Super Bowl. Good going, Bentley. Now you got to go win that Super Bowl. You're free roll into the Super Bowl, Bentley. Double move. Great time for it against Drake London, who's bad in man coverage. Boy, he's shifty with that Steve Smith card. Thought we might hold him to a field goal try, but now he's knocking on the door again. I think I have the ball coming out, so we'll see if we can get a stop somewhere along the way. This doesn't look good. All right, touchdowns in. Eagles winning the Battle of the Birds right now.
His kick is good. Makes the score Eagles 21, Seahawks 7.
This kicker just boomed that thing through, so we'll start at the 35. And maybe we can get like 2 plays up the field. Quick timeouts and send out the field goal unit. We can hope. Hopefully the line's up for this. You're playing the Cowgirls. Come on, Bentley. Let's play it out. Got to come up with a new name for being a Cowboy hitter. That took 5 seconds off the clock. Hope the Seahawks are ready for the Packers, says Jack. I hope so too, but we'll see if the Packers even get through the Bears. Packers shouldn't be looking forward to the Seahawks yet. They need to handle Chicago. Anything else would be uncivilized. And Cam Newton's in the right spot. I was hoping he just wasn't going to use her well. Daniel, thanks for following. All right, here we go. Can we bounce back in the second half? Down 2 touchdowns. Only 4 minutes of game time remains. Yeah, the Packers ticket to Seattle runs through Chicago, so we'll see. Do you feel like that's one of the harder to gauge games for this coming weekend? Then again, my thoughts on all the games could be completely backwards too. King Edits, thank you for the love you so much gift there in the TikTok chat. What offensive playbook do I use? I'm running the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense. We are multi-streaming. We're live on the red and purple chats. And I'll be back on later for Ohio Valley Wrestling. For anybody that wants to join us, that'll be exclusive to YouTube. I'm not underestimating anybody in the playoffs. But yeah, the Bears could be tough. Their offense has been humming. Yeah, that was not the move. I thought, oh, let me bounce it to the outside. Maybe that'll work out. It didn't. All right, he crashed down. He almost got me in the backfield. Instead, we're able to scamper out the right. We're back in the game. Yo, no, yeah, I completely got you, Gary. Secret, thanks for following. I fell for the pressing X button too fast move there. And now I'm calling a play I don't want. Don't want to burn my timeout because I got to try to get the ball back. I'm not really a believer in the modern metric decision of, oh, you should go for 2 when you're down 2 touchdowns. Because if you don't get it, you go for 2 again. I guess there's, analytics to say that's the right play, but I didn't intend to do that. If Rome comes back, Rome is cleared. Somebody told me earlier in chat, Rome's cleared for the game. One of my moderators, so I'm sure he's back. Caleb's unstoppable when he runs. Always seems to find somebody down the field. Says Pacific Northwest card breaks. Bang, bang. Yeah, I gotta think he's looking for the run game down here. Try to chew this out. Big Rig says, thanks for, or congrats on the 1 seed. I'm pumped up they got the 1 seed, man. Doesn't get easier than having the 1 seed, but doesn't mean that it will be easy by any means. Elijah is back. I saw he was activated. I didn't know he was going to be on the active roster, though. Like, yeah, I know he came off the injured list or whatever for Arroyo. Thoughts on Sidney Rice? Boy, Sidney Rice was a baller, dude. Remember that game against the Bears in Seattle early in Russ's career where Sidney kind of, not literally, but metaphorically died for the win. I mean, he took a shot in overtime, held on to it, and the Seahawks were able to prevail. All right, we got him out of the run game, but he goes to the pass game and just stretched out the play and dumped it off for a first down. So, not great here, but we'll see. It's only 2-minute quarters, so Skate can look to run out the clock. Yeah, no, Arroyo's a big guy. He's a good field stretcher, good option to have for us in the pass attack. Not quite the blocker that Barner is, but yeah, Arroyo's definitely a piece we can use going into the playoffs. Goes for the home run ball, and that's over everybody. That Ford lover, thanks for following, Ford lover. What's your favorite model of Ford? Trevon Diggs, pick to win the game. Possibly Wisco. You also could be writing the Packer fan fiction there too. We'll see. May as well root for it. Rooting's free. Oh my goodness, what a decision from my opponent to throw it there. Looked like Darnold late in that 49er game. Tried to throw a crossbody that hit JSN in the hands, was high, and the Niners almost picked it off. The defender went out of bounds, but yeah, just not necessary for him to throw that one. Lets me back in, and now we got a game. If your ladies Packers can beat the Bears, I think I'll fly us out to Seattle for the game. That'd be awesome if you guys get to go out to watch a game. If you're attending the game, are you going to go in full Packers gear, Big Rig, or no? I've heard the Seattle fan base is usually pretty good to opposing fans. I've also heard the same for the Packer fan base. But so many people get drunk and turn into idiots during football games. Gonna play a rank game. Go get that win, Zeep. Sorby enter the portal. I gotta keep it real with you, Chase. I don't know who Sorby is. Seattle fans are cool, says Shake. Yeah, somebody spent their money to go and root for their team in your home team's stadium, but your team's benefiting from it, right? There's tickets being sold and they're buying concessions and stuff. So no reason to be a jackass to people, but some folks take it all very personally. I think some folks that have a lot less going on in their lives where they put everything to sports or something outside of their control. Do I follow college football? Not particularly close, Chase. I like the Sooners, but I don't know if he's a Sooner transfer or where he's from. I like the NFL way more than I do college. Can't say too much of the same for your favorite team's fan base all the time, says Shig. Need to get one more turnover on this guy. Would be great. The Big Rick, he's a Commanders fan. We went to the Thursday night game. Packer fans were awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad you had a fun experience. Yeah, I've always heard good stuff about Packer fans for traveling fans going into Lambeau. Oh, he quit. Wow. I was thinking I was going to have to try to chew out that clock and make him expend his timeouts in the in-game scenario, and he chose not to play it. GG's. I think I'll jump off, have lunch, prepare for that wrestling stream I'll be doing. If you guys like wrestling, please join. If you're on TikTok, you can click onto my profile. My link tree is there. You can join the Discord server from there. You can also follow easily to Blue Sky, Threads, Instagram, any of the platforms you're not on. There's all the links in the Twitch chat. I'm going to put all the links in the YouTube chat. Love you guys to follow, Daniel Freak on everything. Let's see if we have any packs to open for you guys. We do. We got some Captain upgrade tokens. Those are always sought after and can't get too many of them. Aiden World, thanks for following. I'll be on again tomorrow for Madden Gaming. Hopefully I don't wake up in the middle of the night and stay awake for 2 hours like I did this last night. I was just kind of zapped to get on early. So ideally earlier start time. We'll dive deep into the Madden playoff program, which is the content that's out now. Zeep, I'll get you freed up there in the Discord server. And again, please join me for the wrestling. Wrestling is going to be on in like 3.5 hours for us on YouTube. It's Ohio Valley Wrestling, so the community can pop over there and enjoy some wrestling action. We have Creator Sports Network events, a bunch of them throughout this whole month, so I'll have a lot of sports content to that platform. Be well, everybody. Stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to raid out to Philly. Fly, Eagles, fly. We're going to Shawano right now. And if you're Couch, dude, you're like first one here, last one to chat. Thanks for hanging out, Couch. Hopefully brought some joy to your day. Not trying to dump on your Packers. I think I've just been getting some stubborn Packer fans in of late. And I kind of like to push back when people are like punching their ticket to the next round. And you're a great sports fan to talk to. It can go either way, with any game. Seattle might be one and done in their round, maybe against your Packers. But like some of these guys are just like, yeah, Packers are going to win. They're going to dominate. Oh, the Bears, no, they're baby Cubs that their mom got shot by a hunter. It's like, guys, calm down. We don't control what's going to happen. We're just here for the entertainment. Maji, thanks for following. F your Couch, thanks for being awesome. Zeeb, all of you guys, thanks for being awesome. Jake, good to see you again. If you're still listening, everybody lurking, appreciate you guys. Here we go to Shawano on the raid. Delusional sports fans. Yeah, imagine that. It's almost as good as talking politics with people or religion, right? People get very ingrained into at least speaking out stuff that they think, even if there's evidence to the other way, right? Yeah, we're not going to acknowledge that you had a good point because I like the Seahawks, so they can never lose because I like them, right? The interception never happened. Here we go to Shawano right now.